Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery here. It is a beautiful Thursday morning, June 1st, 2023. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time, talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. Today, we're going to have a heavy emphasis on success stories. And I'm technically not at the top of our agenda today, which I did send out to all of you yesterday, but I thought we might start in the middle and then work backwards. So earlier this week, we announced the free funding proposal campaign. This is a great way, an optional way for those of you that are small business consultants to easily communicate the proposition to prospective participants, engage them, and for you to make money with obviously no sales and next to no time invested. So we've had two prior trainings kind of preparing you for the rollout of the free funding proposal model, which was really set to officially launch today on June 1st. Now, I will tell you that we've had really good response already. I think yesterday alone, if my number is correct, we had 985 individuals, entrepreneurs from across the country apply for a funding proposal. And that's essentially during our soft launch. But now, as of today, we're pressing forward. One of the questions that we get is, well, does this work? Is this real? And so I'm going to drill in on the middle of the agenda, and then we'll go back up and take it from the top. The answer is absolutely yes, because with the free funding proposal, you understand in the big picture, the goal is to get funding offers to the participant immediately now, get them whatever funding they qualify for now. They get to pick which offers they want. They can decline those they don't want. And then we work on their file to get them prepared for the rest of their capital raise. So think of it as two tranches: money now, improve, more money later. So again, we get these questions. Well, does this really work? Does anyone really get funding offers? Well, hell yeah. Let's look at some of these. And these are obviously real people. I can't give you their full name to protect their confidentiality, but Camelon, if I pronounce that correct, Camelon just received 61 funding offers. Now, remember, we guarantee everyone at least one funding offer, and that one funding offer will have 0% interest. Now, I'm not saying that Camelon received 61 funding offers all at 0%. Don't infer that. But what we are saying is anyone that enrolls in the free funding proposal will get at least one offer with 0%. But back to our recent success stories. So Camelon didn't receive one offer, or two offers, or 3, or 10, or 20, or 30, or 50, or even 60. Camelon literally received 61 funding offers to choose from. Could choose one, could choose multiple, could choose none. And when we look at offers, now it's possible that offers could come in at a lower amount. But the gauge that we use is, did they receive at least one $10,000 offer? Well, in Camelon's case, 61 offers altogether. And yes, it met the metric that we're looking for, multiple $10,000 funding offers. Kirby, and now I could have filled this whole page up in 10 more pages, but I guess the goal today is just to give you clarity. Yes, it works. So let's look at a few more examples. These are not on an all-inclusive list, of course. Kirby didn't receive 61. Kirby only received 31 funding offers to select from. And again, multiple $10,000 offers. Because we're not going to give you examples of people that received 31 offers for $150, right? We're not going to insult you with that. Enrique received 34 funding offers, again, with multiple 10,000 offers. Monica, 14 with multiple $10,000 offers. Amy, 17 funding offers, multiple $10,000 amounts. Malcolm, 17 funding offers, again, multiple 10,000. Larry, 37. Now, Larry, his offers were even better than that threshold that we've set of 10,000. Larry actually received two $30,000 offers and a bunch of other $10,000 offers. Marcus, 22 funding offers, and again, multiple 10,000. So we don't know what each person will get until they complete the funding proposal app, and we know that everyone will receive at least one funding offer, and that one funding offer will at least have a 0%. So with each of these people and anyone that you refer in, they're going to get at least one funding offer. Many of them will get multiple, and they could get access to a lot of money now while we're working on their file to help them become more credible for the full amount they want. But let's go ahead and go to the top of the screen. I just wanted to introduce that quickly to you. So today's June 1st, of course, funding success stories. I think all of you are small business consultants. If you're not, you're welcome to become one. As a small business consultant, you earn around $3,000 each time you refer an entrepreneur who's looking for capital to start or grow a business. You're not selling them anything. You're not really even pitching them on anything. All you're doing is saying, hey, let's go ahead and get you a free funding proposal and see what you qualify for. Now, if they come back and they say, well, how much will I qualify for? The answer is, I don't know, right? That's why we need to complete a free funding proposal. What's the interest rate going to be? I don't know. That's why we need to get you a free funding proposal. So any questions that they might have about the specifics of the funding offers that they would receive are unknown until we get them free funding offers, right? So we didn't know before Camelon filled out the one-page app that, and frankly, I don't know if it's a he or she, but we didn't know if Camelon would receive one offer. We know everyone will get at least one, but we didn't know that Camelon would receive 61. When Larry filled it out, we didn't know that he would have so many offers, including some huge ones. We don't know. That's why we get the funding proposal completed to give them information, and then they choose which of those funding offers they want. Then we work on their file, we improve their credibility, and we guarantee them at least 100,000. So as a small business consultant, you're in a great position, right? Doesn't cost anything to enroll as a small business consultant. We train you, we support you, and you make good income. But I understand this is just a side gig. Many of you make a lot more money than this, I suspect, doing other things. I mean, that's you spent a lifetime building skills and experience to do whatever it is that you do. But as a side gig, this is great, right? We're helping people. And if you just help one client a day, if we just set the threshold of let's help one client a day, 3,000 per client, multiply that out times an average of 30 days a month, that's an extra 90,000 a month. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't make 90,000 in a year, and this is a side gig you have. So in today's training, we're going to talk about some recent success stories and look at specific funding offers received. And as I mentioned earlier, everyone, regardless of credit, regardless of time in business, will receive at least one funding offer. So no one will be left behind. Now, true, some people will get more funding offers and larger funding offers than others. There's no surprise there, but we will help everyone get at least one funding offer, work with them to improve their file so they can get at least 100,000. So I think it's really important that we understand the difference between the funding proposal proposition to the client and then to you. So let's go through each of those, because the funding proposal is the funding proposal, but there's a different value proposition to the client than there is to you. Now, you could be both a consultant and a client, but let's ignore that for a moment. So what's in it for the client? Because if you understand these bullets and you can communicate it to the prospect or put it in writing, then you'll be very successful. But if for some reason you can't get your head around why it's good for the client, then you probably won't be successful. And that's my fault, not yours. So let me do my job and let's discuss it. So the value proposition to the client, they're going to find out how much they qualify for funding now, just like all of these people did. They're going to get the offers in writing, and they can accept one or more right now. So that's the first value proposition, is they find out how much they can get right now. And then we help them get from where they're at to where they need to be to get the rest of the money that they need. Now, maybe they qualify for everything they need now. That's possible. That's not the norm. But people want results now. And what we're able to do is give them results now while also positioning them for the full capital raise. So that's bullet number one. Hopefully that makes sense. But let me ask, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Does this make sense to everyone? So when someone gets a free funding proposal, two things are happening. Number one, we get them what they qualify for now. They get the offers, they can pick one, they can pick multiple, I guess they can pick none. And then secondly, we help them prepare for the full capital raise. Does that make sense? Okay. Fast funding. People want fast results. In most cases, can't say in every case, but in most cases, they'll get their first tranche, their first round of funding in about a week. Yeah, could be as quick as next day. Rarely would be same day, but on average about a week. And so if someone were to say, hey, how long is it going to take me to get funding? You would say, in about a week. Could be sooner, shouldn't be any longer. Are there any minimum credit scores for the client to get a free funding proposal? Absolutely not. There's no minimum credit scores. Oh, is there any minimum time in business? No, it's not a prerequisite. What if they've not made any money yet? Not a prerequisite. What if they've not even formed the business yet? Not a prerequisite. Is there an upfront cost to the client? No, absolutely not. We are adamantly opposed to advance fee loan schemes. That's what the FTC calls it, the Federal Trade Commission. If you were to go out and say, hey, pay me some money and I'll go find you a loan, while maybe not illegal, that is highly scrutinized. We don't do that. With the free funding proposal, they are paying nothing up front. Nothing up front. They're going to sometimes ask you, well, are there hard inquiries? You got to jack up my credit by getting me funding offers? No, sir. No, ma'am. There's not going to be any hard inquiries to get you your funding offers. So what are you seeing here? Just about every objection that a prospective participant could come up with, we're able to nip at the bud, right? Well, are the interest rates going to be high? I don't want some of these high interest rates. Well, I don't know what your offers will be. Let's get you a free funding proposal. You can decide on accept the offers that you want, but I can tell you that you'll get at least one offer at 0% interest. Could be multiple. And if people complain about 0% interest, I mean, you can't get cheaper than that. And this comes back to the point we've mentioned. We don't get some sort of creative, clever power of attorney. We don't require clients to accept funding offers that they don't want, right? So we don't know. We didn't know that Larry was going to get 37 offers before he went through the process. And we didn't know that he's going to get some multiple big offers. We didn't know. So we don't know. That's why we go through the process. And so the comfort that the client has is they're in charge. They accept the offers they want. They decline those that they don't want. Who can argue with that? And then lastly, there are some unique business funding programs that most people don't have access to or don't know about or don't know how to apply for and get approved. And just a couple examples. And again, you don't want to sell off of this to promise them any of these things. We need to have them complete the funding proposal to see what they qualify for. But examples include SBA loans with next day funding. There's a lot of people out there that would tell you, no, that's not true. You can't get an SBA loan the next day. That's wrong. There are some special SBA programs, which we have access to, we've qualified for, that will literally fund the next day. That's true. But, be prepared. There's a lot of people that are either financially illiterate or they extrapolate that if they don't know something, it must not exist. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to mislead you. I'm going to be transparent. SBA loans with next day funding absolutely exist. We have access to it. Will every client qualify for that? Not saying that, but that is one possible outcome. The Chapman Fund is awesome. The Chapman Fund is funding that comes from a taxing authority. So we don't have to even go to a bank or a credit union. It's money that they're encouraging people to apply for because it's supported by the tax base to start and grow small businesses. Now, the Chapman Fund's not all roses. It caps out at $250,000. People get mad at us. People curse at us. Damn it, Tom, it's only $250,000. This is a scam. And it's like, well, that maybe is just the first tranche. We're not saying that the Chapman Fund is the end all and be all of all the money that you would ever need for your business, but it's a good option. We have the Opportunity Fund, of course, which has no repayment. The bottom line is we have contracts, we have established relationships with over 40 different lenders that will provide immediate funding offers to everyone that goes through the free funding proposal. It's incredible. It's great. So that's the funding proposition to the client. Pretty strong. If you have questions on that, let me know. But I think we could all feel proud, confident, and empowered to know that you and I can go out and help small businesses with that value proposition. But that's not enough. We need to make sure that you know what's in it for you. So what's in it for you as a small business consultant? Well, when you enrolled as a small business consultant, we didn't ask you to pay anything. So this isn't some pay to play approach. If you're not a small business consultant, you're invited to become one, and you can enroll and you don't get some sort of bill to get started. There's not selling involved. We're not asking you to sell anything. It's financial literacy focused. We help people become aware of the free funding proposal, and then we help them request one. I mean, that's all we do. It's a good side gig. Again, I don't know that you're gonna get rich off of this, but you make 3 points off of each person's capital raise that you refer over. So if they get 100,000, you get 3,000. If they get 200,000, you get 6,000. I mean, it's a good side gig, but of course it's a function of volume. Most of you say that you're going to have a goal in June and going forward to helping one client a day. That's a really nice goal because it's easily measurable, right? Each day we can know, did we meet it or did we not meet it? So again, it's up to you. It's certainly designed to be part-time, but we would love to see you make right about 100,000 a month. Oh, that's too good to be true. Well, people that haven't made much money often have the mindset, well, no one makes that much money. Well, that's bullshit. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money, but you have to be plugged in to an engine and a business model that can pay out that high, right? You and I could go be the best Uber drivers in the world. No matter how good we are driving Uber, we're not going to make 100,000 a month. It's just not a comp plan that allows for it. This one is. We pay next day, direct deposits. And it's a simple process. Simple process. And we talked about that in detail yesterday. So again, we've gone through some success stories. My encouragement is, create some success stories from your own referrals. Refer people in. And let's get them funding offers and let's get them funding. You can go through it if you want. Again, the bottom line is all clients receive at least one funding offer. I don't know how many funding offers a client will get until we go through the process. I don't know. They might get one, they might get 61. I don't know. You don't know. But that's why we get free funding proposals for them. So ultimately, I mean, do you think that you can come up with any small business owners who would like to receive a free proposal to get money offers now, and they don't have to pay anything up front? Now, is it a free program? It's not. Of the money that we help them get, they pay 10%, which is fair. That's at the low end of the market. And that's how we pay you, right? Because there isn't magic. You're getting paid 3 points and your state directors are getting paid an override, just for full transparency. And we're still looking for more state directors if you're interested in the leadership role. But we're paying out, and that payment isn't coming out of thin air. So clients get their funding. And let's take Larry. I think he ended up with 120,000 on his first tranche, if I recall correctly. So the consultant made about 4,000, and the state director of that consultant made what, about $1,200 off that one deal, one client. So in summary, to wrap it up, as a small business consultant, you're positioned to earn $3,000 per day, or more or less, just depending upon how active you want to be, by helping others, no upfront expense, free training, free support, free leads, and we even provide you a free website. If you're not a small business consultant yet, you can go to our careers page and get set up. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you know how to reach us. What can I do to assist any of you today? Because over the past 3 days, we've recapped the easiest way to go out to the marketplace using free funding proposals. So again, today's part 3 of the training. If you missed parts 1 and 2, you may want to go back and look at those on our YouTube channel. But this is great, and it's real. It's working. It's working. I think that's the worst concern that could keep a consultant from being active as well. Is this real? Do people really get funding offers? Hell yes, they do. And we guarantee everyone to get at least one, but you can see a lot of people get a lot more than one. Now it's up to them which and how many they want to accept. Any questions, comments, concerns? And I'll mention, we will not have training tomorrow. We'll be traveling tomorrow, doing a workshop. So no morning Zoom tomorrow on June 2nd. Each of you that are small business consultants, we encourage you to schedule weekly support and accountability calls. If you have a state director, work with your state director. If you don't have a state director, you'd schedule it with us. If you don't know how to schedule it with us, email us, and we will send you a link. We want to make sure that you're successful. We want to make sure that your clients are successful. We want to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. We want to make sure that your clients are 100% satisfied. That happens through communication, But again, as a small business consultant, if you follow this campaign that we're talking about, you frankly are not involved with implementation. So you're not burdened with it. You just, what do? You create awareness of the free funding proposal, and you help them request one. Well, where do I help them request one? We provide you a free website. Remember we said that? And on the free website, there's a page that says free funding proposal. There's 4 pieces of information that you help them with: name, first name, last name, email, phone. That's it. Once you've done that, then we will send them a 1-page Adobe app. In most cases, we'll copy you on it. And so then they'll fill that out, and then we'll get them offers. We're pumping out an incredible number of offers. Again, we had almost 1,000 people apply yesterday for a free funding proposal. What a blessing. There's so many small business owners that want and need capital, but they don't want to pay anything up front. They want money now, and they often want more money than they qualify for. Oh, wait, what did you just say, Tom? They want more money than they qualify for? Yeah, so we'll get them what they qualify for now, and then we'll work with them to improve their credibility to make sure that they get the full amount that they need. That's why we break it into 2 steps. Most clients will get funding now, and then we're going to work with them to get the rest of what they need, because a lot of folks will come to us and the amount they need is greater than what they qualify for now. That's okay. Let's get them now what they qualify for, and then we help them improve. We guarantee them a minimum of 100,000. All right, Warren says he's launching. He's got 4,000 leads that he's going to be marketing out to, reaching out to today. That is awesome. Good job, Warren. Yeah, so a number of you have some leads list or databases or newsletters. I've talked to a number of you that have the ability to take this message out to a large number of people. that's great. If you have that, perfect. If you don't have that, it's okay. But if you have a leads list, certainly you can take these bullets either in one message or break them down into multiple messages, even do a drip campaign. I mean, this is a great value proposition. All right, well, thanks everyone. So we'll see you back Monday. Because of the workshop, we're traveling tomorrow morning. No Zoom on Friday the 2nd, but we'll be back on Monday morning. Hope everyone is doing great. Let us know what we can do to support you and assist you. You know how to reach us, and we'll go from there. Have a great day. See you Monday morning. Bye-bye.